Jimmy Pearson was a humble barber in New York City. He ran a small barbershop called Jimmy's Cuts, which had been passed down from his grandfather. Though life wasn't easy, Jimmy loved his work and treated every customer like a VIP. His customers loved his warm smile and genuine conversations. One chilly afternoon, the shop bell jingled. Jimmy looked up to see a tall man in a dark coat entering the shop. Behind him stood two serious-looking men in suits. Jimmy froze. It was Donald Trump. "Good afternoon," Trump said with a smile. "I've heard you give the best haircuts in town. Can you fit me in?" Jimmy's hands trembled. "Of course, Mr. Trump. Please, take a seat," he said, trying to stay calm. The thought of cutting the hair of such a famous man made his palms sweaty, but he quickly grabbed his tools and got to work. As Jimmy snipped and trimmed, he couldn't help but feel nervous. "So what brings you here, Mr. Trump?" he asked, trying to break the tension. "Just wanted to try something different," Trump replied, leaning back in the chair. "And I've heard great things about your shop." Jimmy nodded, focusing on the iconic golden locks. "It's an honor to have you here, sir. I'll do my absolute best." "I trust you," Trump said. "I've had this style for years. Maybe it's time for a change." Jimmy smiled nervously and started working, but as he snipped, his scissors slipped. Snip! A chunk of Trump's hair fell onto the floor. Jimmy's heart stopped. He had just cut too much off the front, and it was uneven. "Oh no," Jimmy muttered under his breath, panic setting in. He tried to fix it, but it only made things worse. The hairline was crooked, and no matter what he did, it looked bad. His chest tightened as he prepared for the worst. Trump looked in the mirror. There was a long pause. Jimmy's knees felt weak. "I'm so sorry, Mr. Trump," he stammered. I didn't mean to mess up your haircut. Please let me fix it." Trump studied his reflection, tilting his head. Then, to Jimmy's surprise, Trump chuckled. "Relax, Jimmy. Everyone makes mistakes. Let's see what we can do to make it work." Jimmy blinked in disbelief. Trump's calm response gave him hope. "Mr. Trump, I'll do my best, but honestly I feel terrible," Jimmy said, his voice shaking. "Jimmy, don't stress," Trump said, leaning forward slightly. "You know, I've had bad days too. This is nothing. Let's just roll with it." Together they brainstormed a new style. Trump even cracked a joke. "Maybe it's time for a new look. I've been rocking the same one for decades. Think you can make me trendy, Jimmy?" Jimmy laughed nervously. "I'll give it my best shot, sir. How about we go for something shorter on the sides and keep it sleek on top?" "You're the expert," Trump said, grinning. "Let's go for it." Jimmy carefully adjusted the haircut, trying his best to salvage it. As he worked, they continued to chat. Trump asked Jimmy about his business. "How long have you been doing this?" Trump asked. "I've been cutting hair since I was 16, Jimmy replied. "This shop belonged to my grandfather. He taught me everything I know." "Family businesses are special," Trump said. "I respect that." When Jimmy finished, it wasn't perfect, but Trump smiled. "It's not bad, Jimmy. I'll make it work." Jimmy's shoulders sagged with relief. "Thank you for being so understanding, Mr. Trump. I really thought this was the end of me." Trump waved a hand dismissively. "You're a good man, Jimmy. Mistakes happen. What matters is how you handle them." As Trump paid for the haircut, he handed Jimmy a check. When Jimmy glanced at it, his eyes widened. The amount was $50,000. What is this for?" Jimmy stuttered. Trump smiled. "For the shop. Use it to upgrade your equipment or take a vacation. You've got a good heart, Jimmy, and I admire that." Tears welled up in Jimmy's eyes. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. "Thank you, Mr. Trump. I don't know what to say." Trump leaned in. "Just keep being you. And next time, try not to panic so much." But the story didn't end there. A few days later, Jimmy's shop was featured in the news. Reporters swarmed to interview the barber who had accidentally given Donald Trump a new look. People started flocking to Jimmy's Cuts, eager to get a haircut from the man who styled Trump's hair. Within weeks, Jimmy's shop transformed. He used the money Trump gave him to renovate the space, buy new chairs, and hire 2 more barbers. Business was booming, and Jimmy's life was forever changed. One evening, as Jimmy locked up the shop, he found a small envelope tucked under the door. Inside was a handwritten note. It read, "Jimmy, thank you for showing me that kindness and humility still exist in this world. Keep making people smile. Donald Trump." Jimmy smiled as he read the note. The events of that day had taught him an important lesson. Even the most powerful people appreciate honesty and hard work. And sometimes, life's biggest mistakes can lead to unexpected blessings. From that day on, Jimmy's shop wasn't just a barbershop. It was a place of inspiration, where every customer left not just with a fresh cut, but with a story to tell. And it all started with a haircut gone wrong. Thank you for watching this story to the end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing tales. Remember, kindness always has a way of coming back to you. Have a wonderful day.